Namaste children. Welcome to our next class. In last class you learned about the different energies, how the energies are helping us to do our regular activities and what's the meaning of force, how the different types of forces are helping us and what's the meaning of contact force, non-contact force. These all you learnt in before class. So, in today's class, we are going to learn about simple machines. To understand what's the meaning of a simple machine, here a small story for you. Here you can read the story. Rahul was going to school with his father in a car. The car got punctured on the way. Rahul saw his father using a screw jack to lift the car and replace the wheel. And Rahul was surprised and asked his father how a small screw jack could lift a big car. His father smiled and told him that the screw jack is a simple machine that makes difficult work easy and faster. So you can understand from this what's the meaning of a simple machine. And you could able to see the pictures of some simple machines in the given image. A simple machine means it makes our work very easy and very fast we can do that work. So, such simple machines are known as machines that small and simple machines are known as simple machines which we use in our day to day life. They are like levers, wheels, axle, pulleys, wedges, inclined planes, small screws. These all comes under simple machines. It makes our work easier and so faster. Our scissors, our knives, our tweezers, our tongs, which we use to hold the hot things, are called tongues, are some examples of simple machines. So, in today's class, we'll see these simple machines and what is the scientific formula behind them, how they are able to work. You're going to learn in detail. So you see the lever. Lever means you must have seen that we can easily open a tin cap of a soft drink bottle using a bottle opener. Your cool drink bottles and Coca Cola, Pepsi bottles to open, we use a bottle opener. Yes? Similarly, we can lift a heavy object using a rod. You might have seen near the construction areas if any heavy stone has come, the workers or the farmers remove that heavy stones by using a rod. So the bottle opener and the rod are examples of a lever. You can say this bottle opener is a lever. So, a simple machine that turns around a fixed point is called a lever. Here, a small fixed point is there. Here, a fixed point is there. So, around this fixed point, the simple machine turns. So, such type of simple machines known as a lever. So, a lever helps us to do more work by applying less force. By using very less force, we can use a we can use a lot of work by using the levers. So this makes our work easier. It consists of three important parts. They are, so a lever consists of three important parts. One is load. This is the load, and the other one is effort. The force which we are applying is called effort, and which is giving the balance is the fulcrum. So there are three important parts in any lever. So the object on which work is to be performed is called load, where actually you need to do the work, that is called a load. And effort means the force applied on a lever to lift or move the load is called effort. So this is the effort where we are using our force. So our force, the force which we apply is known as the effort. And the fixed point on which a lever turns, here I showed you, here is a fixed point, around this the simple machine is turning. Same way the fulcrum is the fixed point on which the lever turns is called as a fulcrum. So, in simple words, you can say E, F, L. These three are very, very important in any lever to work. So, what are the three important parts in a lever? They are load, fulcrum, and effort. Load means the object in which work is to be performed, where actually the work we are performing, that is the load. So, the object where we are doing the work, and effort is our force, and fulcrum is a fixed point which gives the uh, which allows the lever to turn around. Understood? So based on this arrangement, based on this lever, based on this effort, fulcrum and load arrangement, the levers are of three types. Just they will change their shapes, their positions. Here the fulcrum is in the middle. So, based on this, bottle opener is working. So, this is just an example. In the same way, there are three different types of levers, just the places will change in these levers. So, now we will go through the first class levers. What are first class levers means, and where and what is the position of effort, fulcrum and load in first class levers we will see. There are mainly three classes of levers depending on the position of load, effort and fulcrum, right? So the first class levers, in the first class lever, fulcrum is between the load and effort. Have you had seen here? In the same way, the fulcrum is in the middle. So wherever the fulcrum is in the middle, all those machines are coming under first class levers. So fulcrum is in the middle, and you can see this type of fulcrum in the middle in scissors. When you see the scissor which we use in our day-to-day life, in the scissor the fulcrum is in the middle, and the load means the object which we are cutting with the help of scissor, that is the load. The cloth is load, and the two holes in a scissor which we keep our force, that is effort. So fulcrum is in the middle. Scissors are one of the simple machines which is working on the principle of first class levers. So first class levers example is scissor, and the other example is seesaw. You all will play the seesaw in the park, in your school ground. Seesaws are available, so you will happily play on that. Both the children will sit on both the ends of a seesaw, and wherever the load is more, the other side it will bend. The load will goes up. Whose weight is more, that child will goes up when you sit on a seesaw. You know this game, right? So here also in the seesaw also the fulcrum is in the middle. That's why seesaw is also one of the example of first class lever. And another is a crowbar. Crowbar is also having the fulcrum in middle, load and effort on both the sides. So see, crowbar, seesaw and scissors are the examples of first class lever. And now you can see here second class levers. In the second class lever, load is in between the fulcrum and effort. Load is in the middle. In first class lever, fulcrum is in the middle. Whereas in second class lever, load is in the middle, in between the fulcrum and effort. Some examples of second class levers are a wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow, this is called a wheelbarrow which we use to carry the heavy loads, and a bottle opener, nutcracker. We break the nuts by using this nutcracker, bottle opener. These all are having load in the middle. Load means the object on which we are working. Here the nut we need to break it into two pieces. So the nut is the load where we have to work on this. So here on a wheelbarrow, the person is carrying a load. He need to transfer this load in the another area. So this is called the load. So where the load is in the middle, all these machines are coming under second class levers. So for second class levers, examples are a nutcracker, a bottle opener, and a wheelbarrow are the examples of second class levers. So in second class lever, load is in the middle. In first class lever, fulcrum is in the middle. And now third class levers. In third class levers, the effort is in the middle between the fulcrum and the load. The effort will be in the middle, like tongs. To hold the hot things or very cool things, we are using the tongues. So here in the tongues, the effort means the force which we are applying will be in the middle. So this part is known as middle part. So here the effort is in the middle between the fulcrum and the load. Some examples of third class levers are our forceps. Forceps means which we use to pull out anything. A small objects to pull out, we use the forceps. So forceps, the effort which we are using, our effort is in the middle. You can see a forcep, you will understand of our effort, we will hold the forcep in the middle. So here also the effort is in the middle part. Here we apply our force. And ice tongues, knife, and staple machine, that is stapler. Stapler also in the middle we use our effort. So the first class levers, they are having F in the middle, and second class levers have load in the middle. Third class levers have effort in the middle. So this is first class lever, this is second class lever, this is third class lever. So easy to remember FLE. FLE rule. Based on the FLE rule, the levers are of three types. When you remember what is there in the middle, then automatically you can identify what are there at both the ends. When you know what is in the middle, then you can give examples, and when you see any simple machine, you can categorize that simple machine comes under which group. Yes, so how all these simple machines, how all these levers are helping us in our day to day life, you know very well. So, when you become an engineer, you need to work out all these simple tools you have to work in your machines. So, you should be very thorough with these types of levers, how they are divided, and what are the examples for different levers, how they are helping in day to day life. You should understand very clearly, children. And in tomorrow's class, we will learn about some more simple machines and how they are making our work easier. We will see. So here you can do one nice fun activity which makes you very interest. So here you need to do is place a ruler across a small eraser. A ruler you take and place it a ruler across a small eraser. The ruler should rest across the eraser close to one end. So the ruler should be at one end, and place the book on the end of the ruler nearest the eraser. Then press down the ruler from the other hand. Instead of ruler, you can also use your scale. You find that you are able to lift the book easily. So this setup is there in your page number 96 in your textbook. A nice fun activity is given in this. Prepare, do this and enjoy this activity, children. Okay, so tomorrow we'll read more about some more simple machines, how they are working, we are going to learn. So do the activity, given activity from page number 96 and write this activity on A4 sheet. How you made this simple, easier machine and how it help you to lift the heavy loads, you will learn in tomorrow's class. Thank you, children.